Take 4. The first time I messed up, the second time I rambled, the third time I rambled, fourth time I'm going to zip it. Zip it. I don't know what's gotten into me this morning. No rambling, Crystal. Alright, so welcome. This is Flosstube number 45. And, no rambling. I think I've had too much caffeine. Life update, really quick, is there's not really a big update. I started my summer classes this week. Parker's finishing up at school. Every day's just been normal daily routine, nothing crazy. So that's it. I say that's it, and then I know I'm probably going to be going on and on during this Flosstube, but we'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do is, I'm just looking at my list, is I want to give a shout out to 2 people on the under 1,000 subs club. I haven't done this in a long time, and I want to do a better job of doing that because a lot of people have given me shout outs and supported my channel, and I want to continue that for other people. So the first one, I came across her channel because she tagged me in her video. She had watched my Color With Me video, and she had gotten the colored pencils that I mentioned, and she is the Charm City Stitcher. So because she tagged me, I went and watched her video, and I'm totally subscribed. She's great. She has a lot of really cool projects, and she has a lot of variety that she shows. She stitches different types of projects, so it's really fun, and I really love her channel. So that is Charm City Stitcher. I'm sure I'll put that across the screen, and I will link her in the description box too. Which, by the way, if I say that and you don't see it, it's probably because the video uploaded before I could edit the description box, because sometimes I'm multitasking. And the next one is someone who I've mentioned before, but she took a hiatus from Flosstube, and she is back, and that is Summer Rumsey. I say Rumsey. Summer, is it Rumsey? Whatever. Summer Rumsey. But it's spelled R-U-M-S-A-Y. So Summer has a lot of really cool stitching too, and she was showing on her, I think it was her last Flosstube, she has some full coverage pieces, and she is stitching them. She doesn't stitch them all the same way, so she doesn't always start in the same place and stitch it the same way. So it's really cool to see the progress on her different projects depending on the method that she's using. And Summer also has an online shop that she has started called Red Thicket, and I will also link that below. She is starting to dye fabric. The fabric she showed is absolutely gorgeous, and she's also offering charts. I don't know if she's doing accessories, I can't remember, but definitely go check her shop out. And I definitely have some of her fabric on my wish list, and I will be getting some of that in the future. So check those lovely ladies out, and I will move on to FFOs. My first FFO is, brush it for cat hair. This is Broad Billed Hummingbird by Lindy Stitches, and this is the Bird Crush Club. I don't remember which month this was, but this is my first completed one, so this probably would have been February, and I had already finished it. This is on, I believe, 32 count. Yeah, 32 count Pistachio Frappe from Grace Notes Fabrics, and I just finished it in a hoop, and I covered the hoop with fabric. So this is a Moda Grunge fabric, and if you don't know how to do that, all you do is I cut like a 1/2-inch strip of fabric, and I glue it underneath right here, and I just wrap it around the hoop all the way around. So Sorry, it's backwards. So there's it up close. There are some little strings hanging from it because it's raw edge. I could fold it over, but that would make it a lot thicker. And I don't mind the little strings. I kind of like it. But you can also cut the little strings off. And then I have this like weird bow situation that I didn't know if I was going to hang it like this or pull it up this way. And this ribbon's a little awkward. I need some new ribbon. I like it better like that. So I need somewhere to hang it. But I love this so much. I love these birds. So I have one of these as my whips. And on the back, I used the ring as a template, and I just cut out a piece of mat board. And I just wrote what pattern it was and when I stitched it. So, yeah. I like that. So I think with these birds, what I'm going to do is a few of them, maybe this one and maybe one other one, I may display regularly. And the other ones, I need some sort of frame or something that I can switch them out by the season or something. Because I don't want to hang 12 birds up in my house, all over the house. But some of them I want out all the time, like this one. Because I love teal, I love aquas. So I want this one out all the time. That's my first finish. My second finish is, I had already stitched this, but I hadn't FFO'd it. This is the May Hilltop. Pull it back here. This is the stand. The May Hilltop, let's see if I can get it so you can see it all. I'm kind of close to my phone today. The May Hilltop Club from Pine Mountain Designs. This is from Pine Needles, Utah. And like I said, I had already stitched it. This is the first one, and let me tell you what. I FFO'd this morning before I had to take Parker to school. And we were already late. But for some reason, I took it upon myself not to wait until I got home, but to get out my glue gun and start FFOing this thing. I made a mess. So now it looks alright like that, but if you look at the side, it is it's a mess, y'all. I have yet to figure out how to properly attach these so that they're not a hot mess. I mean, I don't know. I think the only other option I can think of is to, on this one, is to pull it back and then just use a piece of felt instead of two boards. Or, yeah, use a piece of felt to cover the, like, ugly part. And that way, it's not like this. But honestly, I've said this every time I finish one of these. When it's like this on my mantle, you cannot see all that mess. It looks completely fine. It looks really pretty. So, yeah. I don't know. And I have a problem. I don't know if it's showing up on here. It kind of pulled it out, but I had like the fold line going through here. And I have such a hard time getting those out. I use the hottest iron, and it's like I cannot get the fold lines out of fabric sometimes. Do y'all have any tips for getting wrinkles or fold lines out of fabric, especially something like Ada? So, but I love stitching this, and if I was going to do it again, I would use the color that I use for my May is a little bit muddy. I would use a brighter color because I was substituting colors for what I had, and that's the only change I've made. But I love this. So, and I'm working on the new one. Okay, I need to pause and get something organized real quick. Okay. So, those are my FFOs, and now I'm ready to move on to whips. So, my first whip is, I'm going to show this as haul and a whip, because this is the June Hilltop Club. And I love this because it's lemons. And I thought, and the fabric is lemons, and I thought that was so different than a lot of the seasonal things that we see. And this happened last time. My foot's going to sleep. Why do I sit like that? And then my foot goes to sleep. Oh. So, at first I thought this was black and yellow, but in better lighting I could see it was navy and yellow. So So this is the finishing stuff they sent. So it's a navy and yellow lemon fabric, navy and white check gingham ribbon, and yellow accents. So that's really fun. I can't wait to finish that for June. Put this all back in the bag. So that was the haul part, and then I started it. It's on white Aida. So this is what I have done so far. Now, some of these colors are the called for, and some of them are ones that I subbed. So I wanted this to look more like a wood grain. So I picked Brown Hen by Classic Colorworks because it had a lot of variegation. So the lemonade stand is Brown Hen. And then I wanted my mixing bowl, it's supposed to be red. I wanted it to be aqua because I love aqua. And then my tricycle, I used Ladybug by Classic Colorworks, which is more of a pinkish red, but I absolutely love Ladybug. And so instead of a dark red, it's more of a pinkish red. So I still have to put the grass with June and my lemons, and then I'll be done. So I love that. Oh, and I changed my balloon. So this balloon's like I think it's Mickey Mouse. Am I crazy in thinking that? Or is it a heart? Okay, it's either a heart or Mickey Mouse. So I charted mine to be a round balloon. Because at first I thought it was Disney. But now I'm looking at it and I'm like, am I crazy? Maybe it's not Disney, maybe it's a heart. Either way, I changed my balloon. So, you know, that's fun. You can do what you want with these charts. They're small enough. You can sub in floss. They're very forgiving. Oh, and my tree, I mean, I made a bunch of mistakes right here. But you know what? Like I said, it's very forgiving. And you can make it work. So this makes me think of when I had a lemonade stand. I was in 6th grade, and my friend Summer and I, we decided that we were going to do a lemonade stand at her house, which she lived in my neighborhood. So there was a construction site next to her house. These guys were building apartments, and so we got some just regular Kool-Aid. We went and made it with sugar, and I'm sure who knows what that tasted like, if we even stirred up the sugar good or anything. Because now that I live in the South and I know how to make sweet tea, I realized that what you have to do is you have to use hot water and make the simple syrup with your sugar and then make the Kool-Aid. But at that age, I just stirred the sugar into it and it probably just all went to the bottom. Anyway, we were so excited. We got everything set up for our lemonade stand, and we were going to charge 10 cents a cup. So $1, and this would have been $19.92. And this guy came over. Well, I think 2 guys come over. One guy got a cup, and the other guy bought the whole pitcher from us and drank it. Like, he put it in his, you know, thermos or whatever he had, igloo thing. And then that was it. He had bought all our lemonade, so we got like $1 or something, but we didn't have. It was exciting. I know he was probably like, oh, I'm just gonna buy their lemonade and they'll be excited, but that was all lemonade we had, and we didn't have any more to sell. Not that there was a hot run on lemonade in our neighborhood. We probably wouldn't have sold any more, but we went through all that trouble to like bake it and set our table up and make signs and get the cups out. So anyway, yeah, every kid needs to have like a lemonade stand one time in their life. That was my story time. Alright, so my next whip is the Bird Crush Club. Black-throated gray warbler. And last time I showed this, I had just some of the tree branches. If I have previous pictures, I will put them up. If I don't, you won't see anything. This is on, I apparently just like threw this in here. 32 count blackberry latte from Grace Notes Fabrics, which is Probably my favorite piece of fabric that I own right now is this Blackberry Latte. I'm having trouble today showing this. So I'm working on my bird. And that's how much I got done. So it doesn't look like much, but it actually took me quite a bit to do that. And my hand has been hurting. All of this has been like inflamed, and so I've been having to take a lot of breaks from stitching. So I don't know if you guys have any tips for, I'm guessing it's like some kind of arthritis or something. I broke all these bones when I was a kid, but I have really never had trouble with it cross stitching until recently. It's really been bothering me, and I've had to take a lot of breaks. So if you have any tips for that, I don't feel like it's severe enough that I need to actually go to the doctor. I guess I just need to maybe take more breaks or something. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to take breaks. I want to stitch all the time. Alright, so my next project is, I kind of stole the term Sunday Stitch from Lori Holt. And it is my Teresa Kogut Peacemaker. And I love stitching on this. It is on 25 count Pebble Lugana, Lori Holt Lugana. And I have been working on this wing. And it doesn't look like much, but that was a lot of stitching for me. Basically, I'm just going back and forth, back and forth. This is ecru, and I'm leaving, these little dots are confetti colors. So that's what goes in there. And this is really cool because she has really subtle shading. Like, you can barely see it, but this color that goes along that silvery blue color is just one little hint darker than ecru. So you really, it looks like the painting. It's beautiful. So I really love this. I love stitching on 25 count Lugana because it's so easy. I need to get some more of that. More of the cloud, the white color. Then you can just dye it. Alright, so my next one is my Mill Hill Monday. My hand was hurting on Monday, and my classes started that day. So this is Winter Glow. So all I got done, literally, I know I took a before picture, but it's not even, there's not even a difference. All I got done was literally this right here. Just 3 lines, maybe 4. Probably about 20 stitches. And I had to put it away because my hand was hurting. So I didn't stitch anymore that day. My next whip is Stitching with the Housewives. The May calendar crates. I'm stitching this on 14 count chalkboard black. So there's still some fuzzies on it, but I had to unpick a big section down here. So this is where I am so far, and I subbed, the called for color is Ribbon Red, which I don't think that picture really shows it. There's a lot of glare. Okay, the called for color is Ribbon Red. I'm using Ladybug. Let me make sure. Is it Ladybug or Licorice Red? Yeah, Ladybug. Which is this color. It's pink. That's the same color I used in my tricycle on the May Hilltop. And then the thing is on this chalkboard black, this is supposed to be baking tin. Baking tin completely blends in with chalkboard black. So I just went through my stash and picked a lighter silvery gray, and I'm using Color and Cotton Nickel. So yeah, anytime I'm using chalkboard black and the housewives call for baking tin or one of the other grays, I have to sub it because it just does not show up at all. But this is fun. I like this. It's not hard. If I don't want to put I won't say a lot of thought, but you know, it's forgiving. This one doesn't have as many of the extras that some of them have, so it doesn't have as many of the like teeny tiny little things to stitch. So I like that. It's definitely not going to be done to hang up this year, which was my goal, but I'll have it done for next year. Alright, so my next one is a project that I started for my son Parker. He loves space, as many young boys do, and girls. That was horrible. I shouldn't say young boys. As many kids do. And this is Tiny Modernist Moon Phase Bell Pull. So, of course, this is a PDF, so it's in black and white. But it's a black and white chart, so it's pretty accurate. So, there's no color in this. It's just 2 shades of gray, black and white. So, I got quite a bit done on this. You know what? Yeah. So, what I did is I got this one, and I put in 2 colors of this one. So, that's actually the white and one of the shades of gray. So, it uses DMC2 and DMC3, white, and 310. That's it. So, this is a long piece of chalkboard black Ada. It's 14 count chalkboard black. So, I love it. I'll show that one more time so you can I'll show it a little bit closer. So it has, I don't know if it's showing up very well in here, but it has these trees back here. So, it's a lot of fun. Okay, so my next project is Cross Stitch Nation, and I'm doing this with a group of ladies. So Corinne and Colleen of Grace Notes Stitchers, every other month Corinne has the Spin a Wheel app or whatever on her phone, and it has one of our names, and whoever's name gets picked, we pick which lady we want to represent us, and we pick what color we want to be stitched in. So it's not a round robin where we're exchanging the piece. It's like a modified round robin where we're doing all the stitching, but it has special meaning in that we each are represented in one of the people. So the first one that got picked was Carla of Craft Addict K, and she picked this lady. The second one that was picked was Corinne of Grace Notes Stitchers. She picked this lady. My name was called, and I picked this lady with the spiky dress. It's hard to see on there. And she has the scissors. So, I'll show you the piece. I am stitching this on another one of my favorite fabrics, which is Swiss Mocha from Grace Notes Fabrics. This is, I think it's a 28, yeah. This is a 28 count Lugana. So, this is Carla. No, that's Corinne. This is Carla. Carla picked purple. So, it's a general color, and then it's up to our interpretation of what shade, tone, you know, that we use. So, it's any shade of purple. So, I picked Weeping Willow from Classic Colorworks, and I use yellow accents. She still needs her needle. I haven't picked a silver yet for all the needles and scissors. So mine are just, it's just like thread. Then Corinne picked, she said pink or purple. And I laughed and said it's like pink or purple, like one word. So I picked a purpley pink. And this is Adobe from Color and Cotton. And then the inside of her dress, it looks like this. It looks like I didn't stitch it because it is literally the same color as the fabric, and that is, I didn't mean for that to happen. I just wanted a lighter shade of pink, and it's Dulce de Leche, I think, from Classic Colorworks. So, mine, I picked aqua or teal. So, I have a color pool to stitch myself. It is the Bluegrass from, which is definitely more of a teal, from Cottage Garden Threads. But I'm not sure it's the right tone to go with all this, so I'm going to probably switch it out to something else. So I was really hoping to get to use this, but I don't think it's going to go with the tones that I'm choosing for this. So I'm trying to keep mine a little bit more prim, I guess you'd say. A little on the muted side. And also, I'm just trying to get colors that complement the fabric, which is a pinkish brown. So this is a little bit on the bright side for that. So I'll pick something else. So I will work on myself the next time I pull this out. The same group of people plus one person is who I'm doing the round robin of Rosewood Manor with. I don't have anything to show for that right now because I haven't stitched on it. So, alright. Am I missing? I'm missing a whip. I don't know where it's at, but I started my kitty string. It must have fell back behind a piece of furniture because it's not over here. And that's the Lizzie Kate kitty string, so it'll probably be finished next time, so I'll show that next time. This is on my Cat People bag that I made. Alright, so this is the Moonlight Sampler Sal that I, like, literally I don't think I've ever even showed it on Instagram or tagged it. Because I am the worst about taking pictures of my stitching and posting it. I know. I post other stuff occasionally, but I always forget to post my stitching. But I'm doing this with Courtney of Courtney Stitches Please, and this is by the Blue Flower, and we both fell in love with this pattern, and we are both super overwhelmed with how much stitching this is. I think I saw this pattern, I thought it would just be like a real quick stitch. No, it's not. It's beautiful, but it's not quick. So I put in a good at least 2 days on this, and I barely made any progress. So I had to unpick a lot because I had made a mistake. Then I got going again because, like, I had to unpick a big section over here. Okay. Then I got going again, and I finished my moon, and I started putting in this greenery. Well, I don't know if you see, but see these stems? They are not lining up because they actually go one stitch over. So I have to unpick all of this green so that it will fit inside my moon the way that it's supposed to. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this my 25/7 or 30 minutes a day, something like that, so that I don't continue to be discouraged by this piece, because it is very overwhelming to me, but I love it. And I think that's a great reason to make it a daily stitch. Just one bite at a time, you know, tiny little bit. So it's a beautiful pattern. Oh, and that's on 40 Count Winter Wren by Fox and Rabbit. That fabric is gorgeous. It's definitely difficult for me to stitch on as a 40 count, even though I have updated prescription on my glasses, which did help some. But I do love it. It just feels like impossible to get done, which it's not. It's not impossible. Alright, so this I'm super excited about. Let me get adjusted. Oh. I think I poured myself. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, I think after you hit 40 years old, you really just need to, like, pray before you move any part of your body. Please, Lord, don't let me hurt myself again. Okay, so I'm super excited about this. I have been working on I call it Patchwork Santa. It is not. I call it that, and then I look at it and realize I'm wrong, and I still call it that. It's Christmas patches. It's not Patchwork Santa. This is Christmas patches from Sandy Gore Evans. And this chart is from, I think it's like 2001 or something. 2002. I saw this on Just Keep Stitching. Pam stitched it and finished it. And in the Christmas episodes, you can see the finished framed piece behind them. And I say this every time as a disclaimer. This is not my style. I'm just not, typically it's not my style. But I fell in love with this. And I put it on one of my Flosstube on a wish list. Well, Jill from Canada found 2 copies and at I think a thrift store, and she sent me one, and then she's gonna stitch one. Well, that was super sweet, and I was very excited and very thankful. So when Jill sent this to me, she sent this package of a bunch of stuff. She sent fabric, trinkets, like all kinds of stuff from Canada with Canadian theme. Well, 2 of the things she sent was this fabric. It was this piece of fabric here and this piece of fabric, and if you look close, it has the maple leaf. Okay, and that's the inside. Well, I finally made a project bag with it. So that was always my goal as soon as I opened it. And I was working on it last week, and I thought, you know, I never made that project bag. Let me zip this up. Like, I never made that project bag. So I got it out, and oh, and she also sent this keychain, and I just took the keychain part off of it, and it had this clip, and I use that as my zipper pull. And I quilted it. Now, here's another cool part. For Christmas, I did an ornament exchange, and the person who got my name is Vicky, and she's from Canada. So she sent me this piece of fabric for with my Christmas exchange, which I thought really matched. I mean, it's not a perfect match, but I think it looks great. So Vicky from Canada sent me this. Jill from Canada sent me this and this. So this is my Oh Canada bag. So this is like a piece of a panel, and I quilted it just around the different parts. And then this, I just did some quilting like this, well, like this. And I love it. I didn't use a pattern for this. I just laid it down and cut what I thought matched. And then the inside doesn't match, but literally I did not have any lining fabric of that color. So, whatever. So this is what I have done so far. This is on 14 count. I think it's called Waxing Moon Dyed Effect by Fabric Flare. And this is what I have done so far. So this took forever. Forever. There's like 3 stitches of one color, 4 stitches of another color. So this is my Zoom project. I work on this while I'm on Zoom on Saturday nights in the Grace Notes Fabrics Zoom room, which is you can join their Grace Notes Fabrics Facebook club and get the link to that. So I'm excited. I'm once I got this little section done, this is moving a lot quicker. So I think I'm hoping that now that I'm getting like a little bit bigger blocks of color, that it'll go a little bit faster. But I'm really enjoying this. This is pushing me to think in a way that some other patterns don't. So here's the funny part. I have the rocking horse done, or whatever you want to call that. It's one of those horses on a stick. And you can see, if it picks it up, there's some back stitching right here for his, what's it called? Like his harness thing. Can't think of what that's called. I don't know anything about horses. So I was in the Zoom group, and I was like looking at it, and I thought, you know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and back stitch that so that it's done. That way when I move further in the piece, that back stitching will be completed. This part right here. And then I start looking. and I realize that literally the entire thing is backstitched. Now, you may think, duh. But for some reason, I was only thinking about the doll's face, the little thing right here. I wasn't thinking about literally every little piece of hair around the bow. I'm gonna just show you a little piece of the chart. It's not like you're gonna, you know, screenshot it and print it out. Okay. I wasn't thinking about every single one of those lines is backstitch all around the entire pattern. In fact, I hadn't stitched them. Every one of these berries are backstitched. Now, I didn't stitch the berries because I kind of like it plain. So I was telling the ladies, I'm like, I just realized the whole thing is backstitch. And Nessa, if you're watching this, Nessa said, yeah, it's like from the 80s. I'm going to lose my mind. I know it's going to make it look good, but I'm going to lose my mind. So definitely this weekend when I pick it up. Oh, actually, I don't know if I'll get to go on Zoom this weekend. Okay, the next time I'm on Zoom to do it, I'm going to start with the backstitch and make sure that I do it as I go so that I don't finish it and then have to backstitch the whole thing. Because I know what'll happen, it'll never get done. So, that's it for my cross stitch whips. Now for other whips, I have been watching the Lori Holt show these granny squares and everything, and I never really had any interest in it. My mom crocheted and I had tried it before and I couldn't ever get it, but I kept seeing these adorable granny squares and I was like, I want to do that. So I went to Walmart and I got a skein of yarn. And I did get 100% cotton because, of course, Lori Holt says you need 100% cotton, like her chunky thread. So I had to, you know, be a follower and get 100% cotton. And then I got the crochet hook. And I thought, well, this is Walmart thread. It's thread. Walmart yarn. It's cheap. This is cheap from Walmart. If I hate it, I haven't invested a bunch of money in anything. Okay, so I sat down. If you're on my Instagram, you probably already saw it. I sat down with the Lori Holt tutorial. Okay, this is what the tutorial looked like to me. You do this, and then 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 you have a granny square. So I put the video on 50%, and it was like, you wrap around and then you pull it through. Okay, it was still too fast. Like, I could not get it. So I thought, let me look for another tutorial. So Erica Arndt, I think it's how you say her last name, she has a great channel. She has a how to crochet. So I turned on Erica's and hers is a lot better for a beginner like me. But still, it was still like, okay, you do this and you go through the middle. And I'm just like, I'm like, what? You go through the middle? What? So I put it on 50% playback speed. So you go through the middle. And this is me. I said, forget it. I can't do it. Okay, I'm not giving up, but I'm going to have my mom try to show me. So I'm going to take this over to my mom's. See if she can show me. If she can't show me, we'll move on to step 5 and 6. I don't know. Because now I'm like, okay, I can do this. You can do this, Crystal. You've done a lot of hard things in your life. You can learn how to crochet. So we'll see. I feel like I need something to do with my hands other than cross stitch for like days, like right now when my hand is hurting. Because like I was talking to Jennifer, fifth daughter, about this, and she was like, it's a different set of muscles. And I'm like, yeah. And I could tell that when I was trying some different set of muscles. So, you know, it's not going to hurt like the same ones as I'm stitching. So anyway, that's my crochet story. So on to the next thing, which is, let me look, Stitchy kindness. I got some major Stitchy kindness this week. So the first thing is, when I got my June, when I got this in the mail, I forgot to say we had a yard sale. I was at the yard sale when it got delivered, and I noticed the package was like a little bit thick. So I opened it and I was like, ah! I was so excited because the ladies at Pine Needles sent me a card and they said thanks for sharing their Hilltop Club designs, and then they sent me another chart. So I was so excited. So this is June typography. They have a lot of these like monthly series, and this is the June one, which it's hard to see it, but this is like a watermelon print, which I think is the most adorable thing ever. And I thought that ladybug color from Classic Colorworks would be the perfect color for that watermelon. So now that I showed this, I can start it. So I'm so excited. I was like, because I made the joke in my last Flosstube, I was like, y'all can sponsor me. Well, this had already been mailed. Like, that had nothing to do with it. Because my package was mailed like the day before. But that was so sweet that they sent me a chart. I really appreciate that. And the card's beautiful. So that's really sweet. And then, okay, a little birdie sent me some. I got 3 packages from her. Stacy from, oh gosh, y'all, here I go trying to move my legs. One other muscle. All right, so Stacy of Stacy C Stitches and Stacy Stitches Creative Studio. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. She has like a Happy Mail form with your birthday. So she sent me a birthday card, which was so sweet, and she sent a sweet note. She sent a skein of DMC. I'm wondering if she asked what the favorite color was, because like, it's like my favorite color. It's the same color as my wall. This is 3817, because like it had like my favorite color in there, or maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know. Stacey, I'll have to look at your Happy Mail form and see. She sent me a happy birthday note with a coupon code for her store, and like one of these, not a note, like a card. And she sent me stickers, and one of them, okay, is quit bitching, get stitching, which is her motto. And then this pretty butterfly sticker, and then a happy birthday sticker. So the birthday sticker I'm going to put in my book of days on my birthday, which I think is so fun. But that's not all folks. So Stacey left a comment on my channel about maybe I should try a 20 count and see if I like that, because I'm having trouble with 40 count. So she sent me a big old piece of 20 count. So here is package number 2. Okay. I'm not going to say with a note. I'm not going to read the note. But super sweet. Okay. 4 skeins of DMC in these beautiful colors, which I think are her logo colors. Okay, so maybe that's why she had. This is a different teal though, but again, in my color family. Alright, so these are like, if you look at her logo, that's the color of her logo. A needle minder with her motto or saying or catchphrase. More stickers. Then Oh my gosh. Look how pretty these stickers are. More stickers. There's more in there. I just can't get to them. I'll be here all day. And this big old piece of 20 count. Look at that. Is that a fat quarter? It must be a fat quarter. Which is big. And so, I think what I'm going to do, I gotta see how much I need. I want a coffee tea dye. So I'll see how much I need. I may leave part of it white and coffee tea dye section of it. So, she also had a chart that I had on my wish list. So I ordered that from her and got package number 3. So this is moving on to haul. That was so sweet, Stacy. Thank you so much for all the goodies. So I ordered orange tree sampler, which was on my wish list, and she said, hey, I have that in my shop and I love it. So I was thinking of coffee tea dyeing this and stitching this on it. And I tell you what I love about this is DMC. You do not have to go buy 14 shades of orange. Now, you could. This is by Carriage House Samplings. You could buy 14 shades of orange in overdyes. Nobody would think less of you if you did. But you don't have to. It's charred in DMC. So, I was like, this would be perfect. Let me see what size it is. Okay, if it's on a 20 or 40 count, 5x4. That's tiny. Why did I think this was big? I thought this was big. On a 14 count, it's 8x6. You just never know. Until you actually read the chart, you never know. I thought this was like this big. But 5x4, that's like that. That would be teeny tiny, but that would be so cute. Alright, guys. So, I'm on coffee tea dye section of this. And I may like dye the, I don't know. I may dye the rest of it a different color. We'll see. And I'm going to start this. So, I need to do that this week because I really want to start this immediately. And the other chart I ordered from her, this was on my wish list a long time ago. This is Patriotic Tiny Town from Heart and Hand. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I think this would look good on Grace Notes Fabrics Blueberry Milkshake, which I have. And if you do this on 32 count, it is 11 by almost 2 inches. So, I don't know if I would try to make the drum or not. I've never made a drum. So, I love that. And it comes with beads. I mean, not beads. It comes with buttons. 3 little buttons that match. So, that's exciting. Alright, I'm missing like a bunch of haul. No, I'm not. It's right here. Alright, so that went from Stitchy Kindness to haul. And more haul that I have. I don't think I showed this on my last floss tube. Maybe I did. If I already showed this, I'm sorry. I had it put in the stuff I haven't shown yet that I can't use it, so I don't know. But I joined the Week Style Works Floss Club with Stitch New England. And Stitch New England is owned by Pam, who has the Flosstube channel, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. And the first month, I did not know this when I signed up, but I guess it's in alphabetical order of probably whatever she has in stock. So it starts with an A. So I'm going to try to find something I can show these colors on. I didn't bring anything over here that was... Okay. Will that work? I think that'll work okay. Absinthe. This is like a great Halloween green. Amber, which I needed for a for one of the Lindy Stitches cats. So now I have amber. And these are probably out of order now. Adobe. Americana. Amethyst. Ooh, look at that. angel hair. Oh, I'm going long, 50 minutes. Arrowhead. Artichoke. Love that. Love that color. It's so pretty. Oh, I love this one too. Aqua. Duh, no wonder. Autumn leaves. Oh, that would be so good for fall stitching. Autumn leaves. So, that was the first month. I don't think I showed that. I also ordered some floss for specific projects. And I ordered this from Floss and Fabrics from Etsy. And I have never ordered from them before. The reason I did is because when I did a search for the color that I needed, at that time this was the only store that had it in stock. Etsy store. And what was the color? I've already put it in a project. It was a green, because everything I ordered was green. I don't know what the color was. Do I have an invoice on here? No. But while I was there, no idea what that color was. It was an overdyed. No, I know what it was. It was for my, which I didn't pull to show. I'll show it next time. It was porpoise. Wig Style Works porpoise. It's not green. It's a gray. That is for my autism elephant project, which is in my car. That's my school car line project. So I just need to remember to bring that in. That's what it was. So I needed these two colors for other projects. So I went ahead and picked those up. This is kudzu, however you want to say it. This is for a sampler that I started and I ran out of this color. So I had to order some more of that. It's been a long time since I worked on that one. And then steamed broccoli from Classic Colorworks, because it's not really showing up. Y'all know what steamed broccoli is. I had some of the Christmas stitching. I had ran out of this color and I needed some more to continue that, because I knew pretty soon I was going to start Jolly July, or whatever you want to call it, Christmas in July. And then this is the one I just bought on impulse. I had never seen this color before. It is Classic Colorworks Timber, and it is very cool. It is like brown and green. I hope it's picking up. It is so cool. Be great for trees or fall. I don't know. So that was neat. So that's some flosses that I got. And the next thing I have is, this is my last piece of haul. This is the new, everything's going everywhere. This is the new Bird Crush Club pattern from Lindy Stitches. It's called Lazuli Bunting. That's really pretty. I like that. Now, when I stitch this, I'm going to use a darker fabric because you can't see his belly. I'm just being honest. You can't see his belly. So I need a darker fabric. And probably, I don't know, this might work. This same fabric might work. Because it's pretty much the same color palette. So the white shows up okay on that one. Yeah, you can't see his belly. It looks like it's just like a wing, but there is a belly here. So I love these Bird Crush Club birds. It's not that I'm like a big like bird person, but I think, I don't know. You know, birds have a lot of special meaning, like cardinals and stuff, and I don't know. I just feel like the older I get, the more I appreciate things like the little birds around us. So that's it for haul. Unless I forgot something, I'll show it next time, but I think that's it. So, for last week, I told you guys to, if you wanted to, to send me pictures of your stitching, and I will showcase it at the end of my Flosstube video. And I said, send me the first piece that you ever stitched that you can get a picture of. So I will add that to the end of this video. And I only had one submission make it to me, and then I'm going to add mine. And so I will do that. I'm probably going to do like I tell you what, this time, because I only have one, I'm just going to talk about it and then I'll insert the picture. But the first one is from Robin S. I didn't check and see if I could use her last name. So Robin stitched this piece in 1995. She stitched it for her daughter. It resembled a cat that her daughter really loved, and she never did anything with it, but she thought about putting it into a project bag. And I thought that was a really good idea. It's really pretty, and it has like really like lifelike features. So Robin, thank you for sharing so much. And then I'm going to insert a picture. I have shown this before early in my Flosstube, but it is the first piece that I stitched. It's a little stocking. I think I was like 15, and I the whole story, you'd have to listen to Flosstube, but I technically stole the kit. It's a funny story. Technically I stole it, but I found it. I was at a 4-H camp and I found it, and for some reason thought that it was okay for me to stitch when I never. Anyway, you have to watch the Flosstube. If I can figure out which Flosstube it is, I'll show you. So it's a little stocking ornament, and it is crazy looking, but it's my first piece. And so that is it for this week. And I want to invite you again. I'm going to repeat, because I know I have one person, you know who you are, that I didn't get, because I know they're like super busy, but I didn't get their picture. So I want to invite you again to send me the earliest piece that you can get a picture of to my email or Instagram. If I don't reply, that means I didn't get it. Okay, so if for some reason you send it and you don't get a reply, it's gotten lost in my messages. So just send it again. So just give me whatever information you can share about it, whether that's when you stitched it, why you stitched it, if you remember details about it, where you got it, was it a gift, did you buy it at a store, did someone teach you, is it Ada, is it linen, etc. Was it a kit or was it a pattern? I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to send all that. You share what you're comfortable sharing, and I will post that with your first name if you're okay with that. And I just want to share your stitching. And yes, I stole this idea from Janet Jabber. Janet has great ideas, because Janet's a wonderful person. So if you haven't done that and you want to share, go ahead and send those. I will repeat this, and then the following Flosstube I will give you a new category. So it will not be the first thing you stitch. It'll be a different prompt. So I hope you guys have a wonderful couple of weeks. I hope to start filming my Stitch With Me's again, since my things have slowed down with taking care of my mom, and Parker's about to be out of school for a few weeks. That gives my mornings a little bit more time, so I'm hoping to start up my Stitch With Me's again. We will see. You'll know if they show up. Oh, I have one more thing to show you. This is non-stitchy haul. Okay, so I ordered these from Amazon, and they're so handy I had to show you. Okay, so what this is this right here. For your nightstand, or wherever you need reading glasses or whatever, because my glasses, I lost my glasses last week. I am really bad about just taking them off and either throwing them on the nightstand, but sometimes if I'm really tired, they don't make it to the nightstand. So at some point, I think when I flipped the cover, they hit the wall and went under the middle of the bed. Could not find them. Mike looked for them. I looked for them. Finally, I pulled the bed out. It's like a lot farther, and there they were. So I ordered these from Amazon. Ordered 2 of them. They're just called eyeglass holders. They have a ton of different ones. And this is the handiest little thing for crazy people like me who don't know how to take care of their glasses. Because it sits on your nightstand, and you just, or wherever, table, wherever you want to put it. And you just plop them in there. The fuzz doesn't get on your glasses. It doesn't scratch your glasses. And so I thought I'd share that. So you just go to Amazon or wherever, you know, you choose to purchase your things from, which, let's be honest, like, I don't know. I don't know where else you would buy this. And you just put eyeglass holder or glasses holder, and you'll see a bunch of these pop up. So I just wanted to share that with you in case it will help you the way it's helped me. Again, I hope you have a great week, and I will catch up with you later. Bye.